So we're going to start from the beginning here. We're going to be doing multiplying with fractions. So I'm going to show you 4 different ways that we have had kids discover in class, and I'm going to ask you to solve some. So here we go. This problem is I have 4/6 of a quart of paint. I'm going to use half of it to paint my doghouse. How much of the quart of paint will I use? So we're taking 1/2 of 4/6. If I wanted to solve this in Lydia's way, I would start by drawing a quart of paint. So draw a whole quart of paint. And you only have 4/6 to start it off. So you're going to divide this into 6. You want 6 equal parts, or as close to equal as you can there. And this is what you do not have. You only have 4 of the 6. Now with Lydia's way, she draws another rectangle down below that shows the 4/6 because this is what she's trying to take half of. Half of 4/6 would be this part right here. So you can see that this is equal to both of these. So how much paint would I use? I would use 2 of the 6 parts in that quart of paint. I'll need to reduce this or simplify it, so I'm going to divide the numerator and the denominator both by 2. So divide that by 2 over 2, so I get 1/3. Now Hallie's way is very similar to Lydia's way, except for she draws on top. So let's switch to Hallie. Hallie would also draw, sorry, let me get my pen going there. Hallie would also draw, oops. Sorry guys. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm on Hallie. Get my pen. Sorry. Here's Hallie's way. She would draw the quart of paint, and just like Lydia, she's going to divide that quart of paint into 4/6 because we want to take half of the 4/6. So this is paint that we have right now. I have 4/6 of this gallon, and I do not have either one of those. Now with Hallie's way, you're going to want to switch pen colors. So if you're using a pencil, get a pen. If you're using a pen, get a pencil. Colored pencils, some way to see them differently. In Hallie's way, I have 4/6 and I need half of that. So I'm going to cut this in half. Now it doesn't always end up so nicely where it falls on the same lines. When it does, this is a great way to solve the problem. When it doesn't, you'll probably want to try Megan's way, which is coming next. So this is, right here, is half of the 4/6, which you can see is the same as 2 of those 6. So 2/6, and if you simplify it, you're going to get 1/3. Now, Megan's way works no matter what your fractions are. Even when the lines don't line up, Megan's way will work. So in Megan's way, you're going to draw your whole quart of paint. You're going to divide it up into 6. So you're going to color in 4 of those 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I wasn't doing this on the computer, I would have just colored in that whole thing. Then I'm going to switch colors, and I'm going to divide this one into halves. So I need 2 equal parts. So I divide the other way into halves. And then I'm going to color in 1 of those halves. Now what we're looking for is the place, the parts that are colored in by both red and blue. You can see those right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So I have 4 out of how many? And that's where you count all of the boxes you made. There's 6 and 6, so you have 4 12s. This will also need to be simplified, so I'm going to divide by 4 over 4 to find an equivalent fraction of 1/3. Megan's way is nice because it works regardless of whether the fractions line up. In Hallie's and Lydia's way, you really want them to line up, or it can be very confusing, and Megan's way works without worrying about that. So you'll want to practice Megan's way some because this is a good one to know. Now Anson's way is the way your parents learned to do this, and Anson's way is considered to be the standard algorithm. Most people know how to do this, but a lot of times people won't remember why they're doing what they're doing. That's what those pictures show you. So in Anson's way, you're going to take 1/2 and you're going to times it times 4/6. And you're going to multiply across. Remember, we always multiply across. So 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 6 is 12. And you're going to reduce this by dividing by 4/4, and you're going to get 1/3. Now, for your homework today, I want you to try 2 ways for each of these problems. So grab yourself a piece of lined paper or a piece of plain paper, and I want you to solve. Oh, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me get my pen. I want you to solve 1/5 times 2/3. So you have 1/5 of 2/3. Solve it in 2 ways, any of those 2 ways. Then you're going to solve 3/4 of 2/3. So you're going to take 3/4 of 2/3, and then you're going to do 1/2 of 3/4. So solve each of these problems in 2 different ways. Put your name on your paper and bring it to school tomorrow for your homework. You will need to bring in the paper with all 3 problems on it. Good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.